Hello and welcome to Vault Boys WV. This is your card-carrying cryptozoologist, Dave Chaffins, and joining me is my favorite Son of a Mothman. How you doing, Mr. Son of a Mothman?
Am I still Son of a Mothman?
I think so. What did I was supposed to come up with a new thing for you.
That's what I thought. I thought I was gonna have a new name. I thought maybe Alex was now, because he's there next to you.
I mean, okay, so we got to introduce the beautiful bird, Alex Burdett.
Hello.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the pod.
Talented, Washington Post acclaimed. You know, he is.
Yeah.
He's all over. He's like got his full spread in the Washington Post.
Stop.
Full spread. Everything out for everybody to see. What do you think about that?
It's pretty hot, honestly.
So if we had to come up with a new name for you, because here's the thing. You're Twitter famous. We all know you're Twitter famous.
I'm not
Big
Twitter
time.
famous.
Big.
We all know you're Twitter famous.
Not
so
quite.
are
Did
you
you
like?
see that? I don't even have a Twitter, and I saw it.
How'd you see it?
Well, you sent it to me.
Oh, I did, didn't I? I was trying to boast a little on myself to you, because you're always normally like the one that is like very much. What's a nice way of putting it with you? Like how would you prefer I put it?
I really don't know which direction you're going, because I can really tear you up or lift you down.
Lift you down.
That's not.
Never. We won't go there, because I'm a little worried about what you'll say. But no, I
I
send it to
gushed
you.
about him the other day, and now he's like worried what I'm gonna say.
Well, I mean, we all gush about Austin.
How
I mean,
can you
that's
not?
like
You're unpredictable.
I hurt my
Because
art boy.
sometimes you lift me up. Sometimes you build me up to break me down, and I never know.
That's true.
Yeah,
Eventually, now here's the thing. Let me for the listeners at home. First of all, Alex is a dear friend of both me and Austin. Austin introduced me to Alex. We did some podcasts
And
together.
now look who I'm hanging out
We did
with.
some other stuff together. So he wanted to surprise you and come over today for the show. He is a glass blower extraordinaire.
I am not a glass blower. I am a glass worker. I have not earned the title of a blower.
Okay, well, you heard it. You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah, I think he has with me.
You can even scan the QR code. This is a great time to do that, and that's how you get to his social media. If you want to follow him, it is very easy.
I want to see if this works.
Hold on.
Yeah, we'll get it real close. This is great content for audio listeners.
Yeah.
Put it close to the camera there.
I'm working on it there.
Hang on,
bucko.
we're gonna get the
You gotta
headphones
also
out of the
move
way.
headphone.
There you go. Check out that patch. Check that patch.
It actually worked.
I'm actually. Oh, hey, that's me.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. See that? The power of the internet
I
right
didn't
there.
expect that to work.
Yeah. So he's joined us special for the show today. He's a wonderful human being, an agent of chaos.
Agent of chaos is 100% the best way to describe Alex.
Someone was talking about margaritas today, and I was like, I love margaritas. It makes me feel like I'm on vacation. And their response was, Alex, your life is a vacation. And it made me laugh harder
that's
than
true.
anything had recently.
I think that's true. I think for the most part,
That's
where he's
I
at.
think that's a good way to put it.
Yeah. Well, it feels like I'm laughing at the setup right now, because we originally had two mics, but then I'm getting a new board. So instead of having like two really crappy mics, we have one okay mic. But it feels like we're your parents calling you over Zoom, and we're like, so honey, how's your week?
You want to know
How's
about
your
my
week?
week?
I want to know about your week. Yeah, tell me about your week.
So I spent Thursday night through yesterday morning in North Carolina, because I went to go watch the Marshall soccer team, and they won the national championship. So went down Thursday thinking I was going to come back on the weekend maybe, and then they won Friday. So I had to stay till Monday and watch them win the national championship.
Had to stay.
And then we rushed the field.
Did you take so back in ye olden days when a football game they took the goalposts and put them other places?
Football game.
Yeah, and then American football game.
We did not move the goals. They didn't move, but it was fun. I was on ESPN.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which ESPN? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I said a 1, a 2, a 3, 4, 5. Everybody watches ESPN live. They should hire me.
You should write jingles.
I should. I mean, I've always thought about writing jingles, but then if I start writing jingles, I think about Jason Bateman from Juno, and he's not exactly a great character in that film.
Yeah.
In the movie film, subsequent movie film.
What is happening? What just happened?
What do you mean? What just happened?
Chaos.
I'm
I
talking
don't like
about
that you two are together. I don't like this. The way this is going already. I don't want this.
Oh boy, you're in for a treat today.
Austin, I miss you.
See, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. So I need to get you up to speed with this setup, of course. Like we're doing we're doing a team meeting here. I need to get you up to speed with the setup because I told him we were doing the podcast, and he's like, "Well, I want to drop in." But I want to, like, sometimes I'll drop in on you, but then sometimes I want to drop in on Austin.
Yeah.
But Austin isn't 100% equipped to roll that train yet.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get him equipped to roll that train, and then you can go drop on it.
I told this man, I'm going to repeat what he just said, but I'm going to say it now.
Mm-hmm.
I told this man I want to do this, but surprise him sometimes and just show up at your apartment, which could also be a surprise.
Yeah. I just
He didn't,
won't open the door.
he didn't like that. I could. You just hear the show from like, Austin, let me in. do.
Just like,
For an hour.
yeah.
So how long is it from my house to your house?
About 35 minutes.
About 35, you know?
Yeah. On a good day, like traffic, I don't know. There's could be traffic,
Could
but
be
not too bad.
a million things going on.
Drive slow. That's not how long
Right.
it takes.
Well, my week's been pretty good. I think that's what we're talking about. Back to the.
I was about to say,
Oh, yeah.
how was your week? We got a little off track there.
My week's been great. You were out doing all this, like, I gotta go watch the adult children play soccer and win the national championship, cause of soccer.
See, here's the thing about you saying that. I don't know how much I can trust somebody that doesn't enjoy some form of sports.
I mean,
Okay, so I really like hockey. I don't know anything about hockey, but my first hockey game, there was a fight within the first 5 minutes. And that was amazing. And I like Rocket League.
I don't really care about sports either.
Well,
So
I
you-
don't,
so
already-
you're
I don't trust-
outnumbered.
You know I don't trust. I don't trust you. I was just talking about
Now,
Dave.
I like live sports. Like I
Yeah.
like to go watch a live sport.
That's always
Well,
fun.
what do you call what I was doing? What do you call what I was doing?
Work.
You were doing work. You were
No,
doing.
I was just enjoying live sports.
Yeah, but were you paid to be there?
No.
I mean, okay, so I'll watch. I'll watch baseball.
I saw
You
baseball
watched
live
baseball.
recently. That was fun.
I'm not talking about baseball. I'm talking about baseball, which I will explain to you later. What exactly
If you
baseball
were a
is.
true friend, you would already know what it was.
That's one of the things
Listen
that I
to
need
our
to teach you
episode.
about.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, but I love you guys. I haven't watched this.
Well, anyways, what I was doing this week, Friday night, while you were at the national championship, I went to go do karaoke with this guy here.
We did
I
do that.
heard that. I heard about that.
We did karaoke for a while.
What was your song? What was your favorite song you did?
Kiss from a Rose.
He killed it too, honestly.
Which I was like, if it works on here, because I sang a review most recently to Kiss from a Rose in one of our previous episodes to the tune of, but I read the review in the style of. Anyways, it went over very well. People seem to like that.
They seem to like Kiss from a Rose.
They seem to like that, yes. This guy, what else did you sing? You sang...
I
what's your
sang
favorite?
a couple of songs. I started off with "You Can Call Me Al" by Paul Simon.
This dude is filling out pieces of paper like where they're like the name that you're supposed to call, like we're at a Fuddruckers, and he writes down Big Al, and so they get on the thing, they're like, can I get Big Al up to the stage?
I'm not gonna lie. I bought a name tag patch that says Big Al.
Wait, so did you at any point what's the song you always request on the jukebox? Is it Highwayman?
Oh no, but they did have it. Emily pointed it out.
I can't believe you didn't do that. That's
The only reason I didn't is because I would have to do different voices for each singer in it.
I was a highwayman.
Yeah, like I did that, and then I did Lionel Richie All Night Long, and had a couple of guys dance up on me.
Can you Can anyone explain to me why there's no video of this that I've
There
seen?
is. Here, hold on. I'll
So
send it to
yeah,
you right now.
I haven't seen it, and I don't show it right now. I'll
No,
watch it
I'm
after the episode.
just gonna text it to
So-
you. Don't look at it.
well, here's the thing.
Oh.
He did all night long, and then these guys like started dancing around him and then tossing his hair.
Yeah, it got intense.
And like, and in a post-COVID world, which
Yeah, you'd never know there was a pandemic going on.
Yeah.
I sent it to my brother, and it was like, "This is what the pandemic looks like here," and all he could say was, "Wow."
Well,
But I'm fully vaccinated.
yeah, everybody's
in-
fully vaccinated.
I'm invincible.
That's why we got the shots, right?
So I'm gonna get the shots.
it's so I can go back to doing things I probably shouldn't.
I mean, pretty much your life
feel
is
like
doing
you
things you probably shouldn't.
You've been doing that anyway. I feel like every day you're
Delivered.
Like, yeah. Oh, thank you.
Goodness.
Appreciate the live update. My iPhone definitely didn't just buzz and tell me that it was delivered.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, today we've got a fantastic show filled with news stories. Austin, did you bring any news stories today?
I'll be honest, I still have only slept a few hours in the last 3 days, so no, I didn't. I completely forgot.
I'm gonna deduct 10 points from House Hufflepuff.
Okay.
And that's
why am I a Hufflepuff?
because you're a basic bitch, and
That's
I'm a basic
rude.
bitch.
Also,
and
you
A
never
few
asked
minutes
me
ago
how
you
my
said,
week
I like
was.
Rocket League. I like Rocket League. I
That's
well, I'm
pretty
sorry.
basic.
I don't think.
Fight.
Okay, a car is basic. When you attach a rocket to the back of it, that is like
you're not
that's
gonna
advanced.
this one.
You're not, I'm on his side.
Thank
See,
you.
I like this. There can be like voting.
He's just doing that because he thinks it's fun.
I disagree. I think Rocket League is overhyped.
He's like Zemo in Civil War. He's gonna playing right now. He's gonna try to get between us.
Mission report.
Yeah.
Mid-season, we bring in Zemo.
Wait till you see my mask.
That's pretty much it.
So you didn't bring any news stories, but I brought some interesting things. So since we have an interesting video situation, I'm not going to actually pull them up, but I'm gonna kind of use them as a launching point for a few things, and I'm pulling those up now. What I need and what I have the capability to do, and I've done for shows a million times, is make a sound effect for this. And I said this last week, and I'm just like berating myself now every week until I make a sound effect for this. So imagine there's a transition here, and it's like quirky and fun and delightful, but it's gonna be silence for a minute.
Awkward silence.
Headline reads: Capcom delighted by fan response to Lady Dimitrescu. So, Resident Evil is a franchise cast a long shadow in video games, but Capcom has taken this quite literally with Resident Evil 8 Village. The series' latest villain, Lady Dimitrescu. I'm going to butcher that name.
Try that one more time. I think
Lady
I think it's
Dimitrescu.
Dimitrescu.
That makes
I don't think
sense.
there's-
Like
I think
it's
Dimitrescu.
There's a
where's this
CU.
game sit? Yeah, but it's probably like southern.
It's Polish.
I'm pretty
Oh.
sure it's Dimitrescu.
I'm pretty sure it's in Poland. I've played through this entire game. I think it's in Poland. Or it's like Eastern Europe.
Dimitrescu. Is it not Dimitrescu? I thought the U was like
I don't know.
silent.
We'll have to, for the people that live in this village that it's set in. Anyways, Lady Dimitrescu, or Dimitrescu, is
The love of my life.
9'6" vampire whose towering frame.
Where's she at?
Whose
Me and who? Me and who?
whose towering frame and stylish Edwardian fashion sense has inspired fervent response from fans. Fan art, memes, and cosplays of the character have spread across the internet, like the T-Virus through Raccoon City, much to the delight of Village developers. Here's a few statements from them. In early stages of planning, we decided on going with the castle and vampires motif. However, we did not want to be constrained by how vampires have been portrayed in various forms across popular entertainment. So they began with the concept of a bewitching vampire, and they drew inspiration from 16th century Hungarian noblewoman and serial killer Elizabeth Bathory. And apparently there's a Japanese urban legend called Hashasku-sama. And just here's the thing. Across this show, I'm going to butcher everything. Everything's going to be butchered.
You-
all right?
That's your brand.
Do you work at a meat shop?
I do. I do work at a meat shop. And also, it's inspired by Angelica Houston's Morticia Addams, which Angelica Houston's Morticia Addams is without a doubt quite sexy.
Can I just say that part when like you first meet her in the game, when they drag you in, and she turns around and then she like slices your hand and then it's like and like drinks your blood.
Mm-hmm.
Had me feel some type of way. I'm not even gonna try to lie. I was.
So have you gotten a chance to have you played this, or have you just watched a few
Watched
vids?
it.
Oh, just watched it.
But listen, I was a little turned on when I saw that little clip. I said, you know, you can hang me up on the meat hooks and everything too. I'm cool with it, but
I'm not that into it.
was pretty
I'm
into
not a big Resident Evil player in general, to be honest.
that's why I didn't buy it. I just
But
wanted to
then
watch it.
then he showed me like what we were talking about, and I get it. She's like real tall and like towering over me, but like then she had those like Edward Scissorhands, and I was like, I ain't about that. That I like.
She would give. Yeah,
I like
she'd give,
how
like,
I
a
am.
Pretty pretty mean like piggyback ride though.
Yeah,
I
High
mean,
off the ground you'd be.
She could. I'd love to like sit on her shoulders.
You need like some stairwells to if you're wanting to do a piggyback ride, like because generally like courteous thing in a piggyback ride is you jump onto the other person so they don't have to bend down to pick you up, right? And it's kind of like a surprise. Like when you offer somebody, do you want a piggyback ride? Like, you know, you're 16 and in high school and this young lady and you're like, we're gonna go down to the candy shop and get some Twizzlers. And then you're
Do
like,
people go to candy shops still? Is that a thing?
this is back in ye olden times.
They took the candy store out of the mall, so I don't think people do that anymore.
I love the first-hand account here that we know they took the candy store out of the mall. So
That's true.
They must
Not
not
a
do
thing
that
anymore.
anymore.
They must not.
not a
But,
thing anymore.
but imagine you're back in those times, right? Imagine you're like
Yeah.
you're back in the world of candy shops.
I just am thinking about Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, where the guy's like the Candy Man. That little scene, which is in an Apple commercial now, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that was for a while. I think it was.
Man.
I think it was. Yeah, because they had like the who can make the sun rise. Sprinkle it with gold. Yeah, I could pose if I went back in time. I could maybe do like the transatlantic accent. I recently learned that my wife Selena can do the Catherine Hahn wink from WandaVision really well, like really well, like to a point where I was like
mouth open, like
Yeah.
that, like side.
and
mouth,
it looked like that, and I was like amazed.
I just realized I was trying, but you can't see my face.
That's fine. Yeah, everybody can just see the hearts and love in your eyes. Anyways, you're in the 1950s. You're gonna go to the candy shop, and there's a cute young girl that you're like, I need to take her to the candy shop on like a date. And you're like, do you want a piggyback ride, right? Do you want a piggyback ride? And if they say yes, they're gonna run at you and jump on you, right? So if you're trying to get a piggyback ride from Lady Dimitrescu,
Dimitrescu.
yeah, that
I'm
one.
here for you, baby.
That
I'm
one?
here for you.
I'm giving up hope.
If you're trying to get a piggyback ride from her, you don't want to. You don't want to like offend tradition.
What's the tradition?
Is to jump on the people's back,
Oh.
not like
You'd have to get like a running start.
right. Like if I can't like climb up you, like
Maybe she'd like
I'll climb
bend
her.
down.
I'll climb the tree.
climb the tree.
I don't even care.
Are you like a surveyor?
I will climb the tree. I will
Get a little
climb
wood in
find
that
a way
tree.
up.
I
get up there.
Tree. Oh.
Hey,
Mm.
I'm just here to tell you, man. Like, I was close to. I don't like I said, like Alex said. I don't really like Resident Evil games, but like she was almost enough to get me to buy that game.
To just like see. But here's the thing, and non spoilers here, but just there are multiple villains within the game, and she is just
she's
like
not even like the. Yeah.
she's like one of like she's like there's like a rogues gallery, and each level or I guess I could say level has like a different villain, and for the level that she's in, like that happens and then it's done. So I was led to believe that this was the big bad. To which like people were putting memes. They were like, "Oh no, please don't get me." please don't chase me. I don't like being chased.
That'd be me. I'd be like running like this.
Yeah,
looking
like
over
the
my shoulder, like a power walk, just like, oh no. That would be me. That would be me with her, because I mean, I just want to know how much that experience costs, you know?
How much is the experience?
Yeah. I'd pay to go to that castle.
Well, so they do. So I know in Japan, and they have done it they've done it specifically for Resident Evil, where they have made like essentially haunted house escape rooms where they will run it for a weekend and have actors play zombies and stuff.
That's cool.
And so like they go into it and there's like a laser tag system.
I think they do something like that up in Moundsville.
At the penitentiary?
I've heard that you can like shoot zombies with like a minigun paintball gun from like one of the
tall woman.
Well, we can go find out.
How are we gonna okay, so let's say we're gonna make this experience, right? We're gonna like sit down, we're gonna make this like style haunted house experience. Like, how do we make tall woman?
Find a
Tall woman.
I
That's the
mean,
only way.
But like,
Who's the tallest woman we know?
I could find one.
could you find one? What
If
resources do you have?
You have a podcast. If you are a tall woman, please reach out to the Vault Boys.
If you're over 6'5", I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna drop my phone number on the podcast right now.
If you were over,
I'm not gonna do that. If you're over 6'5", though, just hit us up.
so we have tall friends, but they're all guys. So we'd probably need to like give them a little makeup, give them a little rouge. But then we need to like
Nah, tall woman. Finding a tall woman that's 6'5" or above that.
With those sword hands.
Yeah.
I think it's impossible. I think we're not going to be able to make this
With
happen.
that attitude, it is impossible.
Yeah, you don't sound like a believer.
That attitude.
I'm just gonna leave that there. So that's kind of my bit on the Resident Evil lady. I'm so glad we went there. A delightful time had by all. And we're gonna move on into the next story.
Next story.
So a rather strange video was posted on Instagram depicting a possible cryptid in Iceland. So Iceland.
It's Icelandic.
It's Iceland. Yeah.
Iceland is Niceland.
Have you ever been to Iceland?
Iceland.
No, it's Iceland.
Iceland. What? Look at this guy.
Iceland.
He thinks he's a Viking.
He thinks he's a Viking.
It's Iceland.
He thinks
Iceland.
He thinks he's from there.
Can we not have him on the show next week?
He said that he would be ephemeral. Like, it could. You'll never know.
I'm gonna lay this out in my contract that I won't do a show with him on it.
Okay, yeah. Well, what if we,
I can replace him. I'm fine with that.
I mean, I don't know if you could replace.
We saw how
him.
that happened the first time and how that went. So.
That did go horribly.
That's a burn.
Shots fired.
That's
I
a
respect
burn.
that.
That's a burn.
I respect that.
Well, maybe if you didn't move away from me and try to live your life.
Look who's his best friend now.
Okay, I'm my own best friend. That's what my mom always told me.
That's sad.
No, that's good. I like that.
I do like the self-confidence. I was lashing out because I don't have that.
Yeah, you're projecting right now, so please don't do that.
I love you.
Here's the deal. We got to get back to Iceland. And how are we going to get back to Iceland? I'm going to pull the story up here. By boat. We're going to get there by boat. So Icelandic rapper Vigdis Hauser Harindortir, aka Fever Dream Official. Now you can't correct me because you can't see what I see. I mean, you just can't see it, so you can't correct my pronunciation of that.
You could try.
You could try, but he has an alias known as Fever Dream Official on Instagram. They said that he has an alias, but here's the thing: he probably just has a handle called Fever Dream Official. Why are people acting like it's like, okay, my alias is like Dave Chaffins with a Z.
With a Z.
All right.
My alias is Big
Al.
Al.
Tell me what's going on, or
so he posted a clip on this page.
He got me like sitting here on the edge of my seat.
So there's this waterfall right in this clip. there's a waterfall,
Right.
and at the very edge of it, it seems like that there is this black creature that is climbing up the side. But then it zooms in far away, and you can't see it anymore. So it looks like imagine the girl from The Ring. Here, I'll put it in the chat so everybody can see it. If you're driving, here's the thing: if you're driving and you're listening to the podcast, you're gonna get the best description that I can give for you. It looks like a black thing that's just like.
Can they see this? They can't.
They
see
can't
this.
see it.
That's
No,
what
no,
you
no.
just explained.
Yeah, that's exactly what I just explained. It looks like a black thing climbing up a waterfall. It's like slowly but surely. It looks like a very tiny person that's covered in tar. That's just like climbing and climbing up. I put the link in the chat. What have you seen this before? AOC.
See, here's the thing about that.
Mm-hmm.
I've said this several times on the show, and like old shows we did about cryptids.
Mm-hmm.
And I always said, why don't we have clear iPhone footage of something yet? It's always, and that looks so creepy because it's just HD. And now I kind of regret saying that because that's terrifying. I don't feel right. Like that made me feel weird because it's so subtle, but like, what the fuck is that? Pardon my French. What?
Right.
What is happening?
It looks like I don't know. Like it
But
kind
the
of
guy
looks.
doesn't even focus on it.
Yeah,
Why
he
is-
goes
Yeah.
straight into the waterfall
I mean,
and
if
then
you're filming,
past it.
here's the thing. And
If you're filming a monster,
I
you
have a
should
degree in
film the monster.
cryptozoology, and if you're and one of the stipulations was if you are filming a cryptid, you gotta like not focus on that. Like it's gotta be kind of wobbly. It's
That's
gotta be
how
kinda,
you're. That's bad.
If you just film it, then it's not a cryptid anymore. It's just an animal.
Okay.
It also, like,
I
but
think
it also
with
looks-
that mentality, I think all cryptids should be extinct
It looks like it's just doing this,
and brought into.
like shaking,
like-
like one of those wacky, wavy, inflatable arm flailing tube men.
But like covered in tar, and
Yeah.
that's what I think. It looks like a tar monster to me.
Yeah, I thought it looked like a monkey lizard covered in tar.
Mm.
From my I didn't
your-
know I was sitting with a professional. I should have assumed.
I can pull my degree out. I think I can.
believe that.
But then, like,
Ow.
was there somebody else's? The top of somebody else's head pops in at the end.
Yeah, there's like a head maybe that pops in at the end, and that looks like a head. But this thing at the bottom doesn't. It's too pointy to be a head. You know?
Yeah. It looks like a zombie, like just the way it's like moving, like something from a movie. It's probably realistically like something completely explainable, but just that angle looks. And I don't know, man. I feel like there would be more videos of it. Like, why would you zoom all the way in on a waterfall when that's there?
Yeah, I agree.
So my question for you all is like, and particularly Austin, because I know how he feels. Things in the corner of your eye.
Mm-hmm.
How often do you see like little things in the corner of your eye? You know?
A lot.
And like, has anything like, have you had any like weird, like instances of?
Oh yeah, all the time. Isn't this the plot of a Doctor Who episode? Like, wasn't that the silence? Isn't that how that came about? Like, it was like if you see something out of the corner of your eye, that was like what I swear to God, it was in Doctor Who.
Is that
Like,
I
are
think
those
the silence was like if you saw them, then you immediately forgot them.
But
yeah.
I just remember there being something about seeing them out of the corner of your eye. I remember a line. I swear it was something with them.
Well, I know in Phantom of the Opera, you got to keep the hand at the level of your eye, or else if you don't do that, then somebody could like sneak a noose on you.
Yeah, you gotta keep that there so they can't.
So they
choke you
can't
out.
do it. Right?
Yeah.
Never seen Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, the Gerard Butler.
I saw that on
Yeah.
stage.
I could do if we get another review. I'm gonna do a Phantom of the Opera song to the tune of the review. That's already a guarantee. Like that's already
Wait,
gonna happen.
hold on. Ash Deasy said it's the top of a tripod, but I'd prefer it to be a cryptid. Top of a tripod.
Tripod.
By the way, I like them.
By the way, yeah.
That is, yeah.
Very polite.
Yeah, that is the top of a tripod. Now that I'm looking at it, that is
Busted.
someone is down there, probably moving around, and it's probably like up on their shoulder. Like they're like holding it probably to get set up. That definitely is the top of a tripod. You know what?
I'm glad we had a camera. See, here's the thing. We could figure it out because we have a cryptozoology expert and a camera expert.
Well, Ash Deasy's the one that
Yeah.
broke the
That's
news.
true. Yeah, that's true.
Hold on. What kind of expert are you?
Maybe that's also a thing of you have a camera expert and a cryptid expert and they can't figure that out. So we gotta have Ash Deasy figure that out in the chat, which is not a great ringing endorsement for our talents, but it's
You're doing fine.
It definitely looks. I now that I look at it, I think it's definitely the top of the tripod.
Well, I think Ash Deasy solved that mystery. So here's the thing. From the College of Paranormal Sciences, I would like to confer an associate's degree to Ash Deasy, in
Is it that easy?
in cryptozoology.
Can you just give out degrees?
I can do that from my position.
I want one.
That like knighting somebody, like you can just pick who.
Yeah, it's like knighting somebody. Yeah. If you display, here's the thing. If any of you all display like that level of like figuring something out and then it like being like actually obvious, then I can confer something upon you. So if you solve a mystery,
each other though, and you haven't done that for me, and we had a whole cryptid show together.
That's true.
Something to think about.
it is something to think about. I need to. Maybe I could give you one like what is it? Post-mortem? No, that's after you die.
Postpartum?
Nope.
That's after you have a kid.
That's after you have kids.
Prenuptial?
That's before you get married. I'm not sure what maybe after you've already done it. Maybe it's like
you already said posthumous.
in memory of.
In honor
of an
degree.
honorary associate's degree. Yeah, we rounded that.
We
one
got
out.
there.
You really worked your way there, and it was really fun to watch. I'm glad that I was here for that journey.
Wait, what'd they say? Go back. Oh, there's someone. I haven't talked to them. Hello. I said weird. Yeah, I was talking to him.
He was so excited when he learned that there's a Twitch chat for the podcast. He was like, "So we can see people talking." I'm like,
I can talk
yes,
to them.
You can see the people talking."
Extra loopy, Darian, yeah, team tripod. All right, yeah. See, so
Weird
yeah, Ash Deasy was
lizard.
right.
That was a weird
Definitely
lizard
right.
creature. I think so too.
Well,
What brand of tripod? Is that what team tripod is? Oh no, they're just on the team of tripod.
Yeah,
I understand now.
you're learning.
we're learning. We're getting there.
I'm not one of these camera boys.
You're a camera boy. You're one of them.
He's
You're one of
an
them
art
internet
boy.
camera boys.
He's an art boy.
You're one of them camera boys looking at them cameras. I think we should move on to our final story of the day. Texas woman faced with felony charges for not returning a VHS tape. A Texas woman recently has learned that she was charged with a felony after not returning a VHS tape for over 20 years. Karen McBride, a former Oklahoma resident, faced a felony embezzlement charge for not returning Sabrina the Teenage Witch to a movie rental store in Norman in 1999. McBride told Oklahoma station KOKH-TV that she learned about her charges in Cleveland County after trying to change her name following her marriage in Texas. "I thought I was going to have a heart attack," McBride said. "They told me that I had an issue in Oklahoma, and this was a reference number for me to call this number." And she did, and turned out she was a wanted felon because of this.
Uh-oh.
So
I'm really glad that it's not like. I was going to ask what movie it was, and then you said, but like I feel like I definitely did that when I was a kid, when I was younger.
Mm-hmm. I was just like not returning something.
Like, what would I be arrested for? Like, what would I have a warrant out for? Like,
Murder.
Good Burger.
That was my
Like Good Burger, or like some movie like that. Like, I don't know what movie it would have been.
Flubber, Bicentennial Man.
You're just,
Man.
what other Robin Williams movies are there? Mrs. Doubtfire.
Birdcage.
But like, here's the thing.
Dead
So,
Poets
I wonder
Society.
When it was reported. When was that reported? Because there's no way there's still that rental store cannot still be a thing.
So this was April 26th in 2021. The news story ran. But
said 10
apparently,
years.
yeah, let's see. She was charged in 2000 for felony embezzlement of rented property. So she was embezzling rented property.
Isn't that didn't it start in 99? Wasn't
She rented it in 99.
So it was only a year.
But
Somebody there must have had something. They had it out for her because there's no way it's that serious.
So Movie Place, which is the name of the rental store, Movie Place.
Where do you want to go? I don't know. How about that movie place?
Movie Place went out of business in 2008. So
Yeah, good. They sound like a bunch of snitches.
oh, and here's a twist. Are you ready for this twist?
Yeah.
McBride said she doesn't recall renting the movie and believes it may have been an old roommate who was at fault. Quote, he had 2 kids, daughters that were 8, 10, or 11 years old, and I'm thinking he went and got it and didn't take it back or something, she said. I have never watched that show in my entire life, just not my cup of tea. So she may be...
Who doesn't like Sabrina the Teenage Witch?
Blaming other people for your problems is so dope. I love that.
Well, I mean, maybe that makes sense, you know? This is a good alibi.
Yeah.
I wonder what the prosecution's going to bring, you know, for this...
There's some like 22-year-old right now that like their parent like let them rent it when they were a kid, and like they're gonna end up catching the blame in court and going to prison for something they did when they were like 6.
Right. Let's see. So if the daughters were 8 or 10 years old in 1999, they would be
99.
they would be
yeah, they're older than us. Then,
like like 31 maybe. I don't know. My math is
they'd
all
be in their 30s.
in their 30s. Yeah.
I was 6 in 99.
Well, so this wasn't you.
It wasn't me.
That's good. Now we've eliminated a suspect.
Good to know.
Off the hook.
So my question revolving around this is like, do you ever worry that there's like crimes that you've committed that like just like do you ever worry like do you ever like have a dream where you're like
I know for a fact
you
that I've
don't
committed
want to
crimes.
commit a crime but you did, like, you know what I mean? Like you're afraid you're gonna commit a crime, and then it's like you have a dream, and so then like when you wake up the next day you think that you're like, oh well, you know, I just like knocked over a mailbox and now I'm a wanted felon.
Are these dreams that you have? Just
Yeah.
knocking over
These are
mailboxes?
just I think these are just stress dreams, Dave.
Yeah, I often worry that I'm breaking the law. Like I dream that I break the law, and then I wake up and I'm like, I'm just gonna turn myself in. It's 8 a.m. on a Thursday.
You
and I'm
should
just
one
gonna
day
turn
just go
myself
to
in.
the police department and be like, I think I did this.
I think I broke the law. Do you guys ever dream about that?
No.
You know, like you know
I
how
feel
you
like we're learning about your like psyche right
Your
now.
anxiety.
well, like, you know, when you would dream about, you would have a dream like you got a test coming up and you didn't study for it and you're like cramming for it the next day, and then you wake up and you realize that you're 28 and you don't go to school anymore.
I mean, I have had those.
Well, it's kind of like that, but it's like I broke the law and I think I've got to go to jail, and then you wake up and you're like, well, I think I've got to go to jail.
Yeah, but no.
But I haven't committed like murder or anything, you know. It's been
That
like
sounds like
Well, I
something
mean,
that
if
a
you're gonna
murderer
go to
would say.
jail, you want try it. Maybe that's what will get you to stop having these dreams.
maybe I like commit crimes in my sleep. Maybe I do like slumber crimes.
Yeah, what if you're a sleep criminal?
What if that was a thing?
This is a little worrying, but I keep going. I'm listening.
Well, we've already
Yeah,
established.
It's like we're sleepwalking.
It's like very.
But they still can't wake you because it's dangerous to wake. You're robbing a bank, and they're like, no, you can't wake him. It's dangerous to wake a sleepwalker. But he's robbing the bank. It's not safe.
I heard recently that's just like an old wives' tale, right? It's not actually dangerous to wake a sleepwalker, is it?
Well, I mean, I get pretty pissed when you wake me up. I might just come out of it swinging.
They would wake me up when I was a kid if I was sleepwalking. They'd be like, "You got to go back to bed," because you're standing there. Like I remember I would sleepwalk when I was a kid. So maybe I am committing crimes. And I would just be standing.
It's all coming together.
I would be standing with like the fridge and freezer open, just like in front of it, just like standing there. Or I'd be trying to leave the house, and I'm like yanking on a door, not realizing to unlock it or whatever. Like I'm just trying to leave, and they would wake me up and be like, "Go back to bed." But if I'm robbing a bank and I'm sleepwalking, are they going to be like, "All right, you get the money, but don't hand it to him. Don't like throw it at him. Just like gently hand it to him so we don't wake him. Because if he wakes up, this is like the sleeping giant at this point. If he's sleepwalking a bank robbery,
Yeah, what's he like?
what's he like when he wakes up?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's one thing I've always called you as a sleeping giant. That's what I would refer to you as.
Yep.
I'm asleep. Well, that's why I have to take caffeine before I do these shows, or else I'm just.
Yeah, I'm yawning and I feel bad about it.
Well, you should feel bad about it.
I do, but I wanted to clear that up because I knew
Okay.
you'd go back and watch it, and I wanted to apologize in advance.
We don't have that many viewers right now, and they wouldn't see it. The fact that this is a podcast, the rest of the people won't see that. So
Oh.
I think because I told him that this is going to be live and we do it live, and I think that he thought that this was bigger than it is.
No.
yeah, it's really not. We're really nobodies.
Maybe. You're not nobodies. You guys are great.
Oh, thank you. That's the
That's
nicest
nice.
thing you've ever said.
Other
to me.
people need to realize it.
In 3 years of knowing you, nicest thing you've ever said.
That's not true. Not true at all.
Well,
I've said niceties.
Well, before we actually get to talking really terribly about each other, normally I like to wrap this show up with what are you excited for? But I told you last week that I was going to change it up and ask you what your $1 million idea is. But here's the thing: you've been out there soccering, watching the adult children kick the ball, kick the old pigskin across the field.
Getting those home runs.
You've been out there doing stuff. So I'm going to hand it off to Mr. Burdett here, and he's going to regale us with his $1 million idea.
My $1 million idea is to open an art gallery, and then just like, instead of selling really hard, like top tier, high dollar fine art, I'm going to sell trash, but I'm going to label it as art and openly offer to sell like tax write-offs, like buy this art and then donate it, but like I'm going to charge more than what it's worth, and I'm going to turn around that money in no time, because there are some really stupid rich people who will buy trash just to say that they spent X amount of dollars on it. It's genius. It's foolproof.
You like tape a banana to the wall.
$20,000, right? Or 50.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
art is stupid.
But here's the thing, now.
But I love it. That is in itself why it's beautiful. It could be anything. Anyone could do it because it's absolute bullshit. All of it is.
Oh, well, you call me art boy, so that actually kind of stings a little bit.
It shouldn't though, because I do art.
You're trying to backpedal.
No, even I do it, but like it's stupid. It's all fake. You're either Austin, answer me this question.
My work is fake to Alex.
What is art?
That's good to hear. It's
What-
really good to hear.
That's fine. He wants to take it. He wants to be a sad boy. He can be a sad boy.
Okay, well, let me burst your bubble here in an entirely different way. So you're telling me that you're going to do an overpriced art gallery where it's like just like a banana taped to a wall.
Sure.
And rich people are going to buy it because they're dumb. I don't think that they're going to buy it because they're dumb. I'm going to think that they buy it because they're corrupt, and what you're running is a money laundering scheme.
Yeah, but it's legal because that's what all galleries do.
But then you're just laundering money for very rich people that are like, I don't really need a banana, but
fine.
I'm just like collecting this as like general wealth.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with that because you know what? I make money.
And then they sell it to their friend, and then they sell it to their friend.
Typically, you donate it so you can write it off. You have art that's worth, say, $20. You have it. They buy it from you for $20, even though it was only $1. You said it was $20, and then they take it and get it appraised for $50, and then they donate it to a museum and can write it off for $50.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
$1 million idea would take us down this road.
I didn't know where exactly we were going, but
You asked me what my $1 million idea is.
I mean, that's an easy way to make back $1 million.
That's what I'm going to do before I'm dead.
Like immediately before you're dead?
No, that's my goal of what to do before I'm dead.
Okay.
But if I die tomorrow, I guess I didn't do it.
Unfulfilled dreams.
Yep.
Mr. AOC.
Oko.
What's your $1 million idea?
I'll be honest, I forgot we were doing it this week.
He's gonna be my business partner.
$1 million idea. So, okay, I got a $1 million idea for you.
Okay.
I am going to open an art gallery.
Yes.
I really don't know, man.
He's gonna take the pictures that go in my art gallery.
I'm going to supply the art for Alex to sell.
See, that's another dig because you originally said that you were not going to put anything actually good in there, and his stuff is actually good.
Oh, I didn't think of it that way.
And it's undeniably good.
I didn't think of it that way. It is undeniably good. I thought of it as a way to just like really quickly shoot him into the stardom that he deserves.
He can call it trash, but as long as I'm getting paid,
Yeah,
I don't care.
Exactly. Money's money.
I can live with that. It's fine. Yeah.
But you see, your photography is undeniably good because
It's famous.
Like 400,000 people think that one of your photographs.
I drive past a billboard that you took the picture of every day.
So it's like,
look at that smile. He's like, yeah, that's right. I am big time.
right.
Still.
Hey, what'd you just take pictures of?
Huh?
What'd you just take pictures of?
Oh, the national championship game?
Oh, did you do that? That's because you're big time.
You're so nice. You're so kind.
You gotta. I mean, you are a big time photographer. I mean, think about West Virginia photographers. Like, you're at least in the top 10, and I'm not giving you. You know, you're at least in top 10. I don't know anything about photography.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
But I think you're in top 10. But then, and then this guy has his Washington Post article for facilitating the Flatwoods Monster glass thing.
At Blinko Glass by Blinko Glass.
Yeah, by Blinko Glass. By Blinko Glass, yes.
I meant with a U, like purchase it.
Oh, okay.
But not that, because it was a limited time thing.
Since we're just giving each other love today, we talk about Dave and how he's doing all these other big podcasts too and interviewing people.
Dave has a podcast?
Made Fallout and has all these big name people that he knows and talks to in the community.
Yeah.
So
anytime,
look at all this love going around.
I know.
All this love going around.
And here's the thing: you give me a lot of love. I give you a lot of love. Anytime I'm around Alex Burdett, like the other night, I was hanging out with him, and he was like, "Oh, you're in a podcast? You never talk about that. You never talked about that." And then I was talking about like playing songs in the band that I was in.
I didn't know he was in a band.
And then he was like,
"You didn't know that?"
Yeah, I did.
And you were like, "I didn't know you were in a band." I'm like, "Yeah, I was."
He bought it
and
so
then
hard.
I explained to him. He's like, "You've told me a million times."
I was like, I just kept going, like, "What'd you play?" He's like, and he got tired of it. He's like, "I played bass." And even Selena was like, "Dude, come on." And like after a minute, I was like, "I know you've talked about it 5 times since we've been here."
Yeah,
he's
I
terrible.
Didn't know Dave was in a band.
Yeah. Do you know he played bass? It's where all these instruments came from.
But yeah, but no, you all. Thank you for the kind words.
We have to tear each other down to keep us in check.
Yeah, you got to keep a balance there. Yeah, humble each other, but also support. You know, it's friendship, right?
Yeah. Right. I'm for my $1 million idea. I'm actually gonna ask you to do something. Can you grab that trumpet over there?
No.
I'm gonna ask you to grab the trumpet. I'll hold your earphone. Okay. So
I'm really nervous about what's about to happen.
Don't be nervous. I'm just explaining to you. But for the people that are here, there's going to be an audio component. Just pick it up as you just pick it up. Take the bottom thing. Take the bottom thing out. You see the big bottom thing? Take the bottom thing out.
If you're wearing headphones, probably take them out right now.
It will be fine. You will be fine. Hand me the trumpet. You can't play the trumpet. No.
You don't know that I can't.
No. I mean, we're still in the middle of a worldwide pandemic. Now sit back down. And put your earphone in.
Oh, God. Yes,
okay.
Mother.
All right. So a trumpet, generally, right, brass instruments, you have a way to play them, right? So this one has valves that you press in, right? You have all of your different valves. Now, here's the thing. You spend years and years learning how to play the different notes in different valves. So like this, like if you press the front 2 down, that's generally an A or an E. If you press the first one down, that's either B flat or F. There's other.
What's a G?
A G is
all
all
you
the way
gotta know.
is all the way open, or it could. I think in some instances it's like both of those down.
What's
but
like-
there's some different like things that you could do. But here's the thing: $1 million idea is if we could just like not have the buttons anymore and not spend years and years of figuring out how to do this when you can just use the mouthpiece, right? Because here's the thing: with your own mouth, you can make all kinds of different sounds, right? And it's even with the trumpet. So like, I'm not gonna play anything on the actual trumpet. I'm playing the mouthpiece. But like, name a song. Name a popular song, Austin.
Fireflies. Oh. Oh. I was way more impressed. She's always
I
a
couldn't
lady.
hear any of that. I think it was too loud. It didn't process through the speakers. Still nothing. Still can't hear it. I think okay, okay, that's good. That's good. I trust you, and that was a great $1 billion idea. Thank you for that.
It's just a mouthpiece. Let's
just
just get rid of the
here's
trumpet.
thing.
Let's
We don't
play the
need
mouthpiece.
this. I mean, we can have it fancy and have it big and long, but you don't need these buttons if you can just use like a single piece.
Dave's $1 million
So,
idea was to show you that he could play the trumpet.
Yeah,
No, I
will
didn't
write-
play the trumpet. I played the mouthpiece.
Dave's
I'll
$1
write a
million
letter.
idea
We'll
was
write a
so
letter.
good that he only needs the mouthpiece.
Let's write a letter
Yeah,
to
we'll
Mr.
write a
Music. Mr.
We'll
Music.
write a letter to music and tell them that they need to
You're wasting
need to
precious
catch
materials.
up. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
What we'll do.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all we got for today. I think that we went a lot of new territory. There's a lot of new territory we covered. We added in a musical component. We added in a double guest component on a video. There's a lot of
Double guest?
a double guest. I'm a guest and you're a guest, and Austin is our host.
Wait, he's the host?
He is a
I am.
host.
I knew he was a host, but I didn't know.
No, the host.
He's the host.
Good.
Yeah.
Like I said, moving up. Very proud. Look at him blush.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
God, he's
That's
cute.
actually a sunburn from today. So
I would believe it. I'd believe it. You're out there. I think that's it for today. Stuff that you've got going on in your life, Austin, that you want to shout out of things that you're doing. Go.
I'm doing nothing cool right now other than I'm trying to lose weight again and get in shape so that I can get my jawline back and shave the beard all the way off. I can't shave the beard off till my jawline's back.
Oh, but I love the beard.
So
Why would you
I haven't
shave the
shaved
beard?
my beard.
Yeah.
I'm sick of it.
Nobody.
Remember-
we don't want to
7
look at
years.
the face.
Remember the last time you shaved your beard?
You're gonna look 12.
I didn't have a jawline then. Here's the thing.
You're gonna.
My face has always been a little like even when I was.
We talked
super
about
skinny.
this. You should go, and I'd like to hear your opinion. We talked about this when we did that little photo trip. I think you should go with just a mustache. I think he would legitimately look good with just a
No.
mustache.
I would look like a pedophile.
I
I'm not
disagree.
doing Just the mustache.
I disagree.
No.
You
I
should,
can't
when
do
you shave, you should do it last and at least send me a picture.
No.
Yeah,
Listen,
we need like an in stages. Like we need like
Yeah. What about like mutton chops?
yeah.
I would
That's
love.
Just do
I
it-
would
just do it
love
in
to
stages.
have like some chops.
That's like 17th century pedophile. Like we're just going back in time on that one. Like
Oh wait, do that one where you just shave the chin and where it like comes down, goes up and over, and then back over.
again, all of these are just pedophile looks. I don't know what else to tell
What are you trying to? Okay, so
I think he's
I don't
trying
have
to
a
say-
full beard. Do I look like a pedophile? Hmm?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. You should shave that shit.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
listen to him.
You
Don't
guys,
listen to
you
him.
guys
We're
wish.
just-
You guys wish that you were as attractive as I am. Because let me tell you something. I'm a beautiful Adonis.
Ask Austin. I'm sexy.
I'm glad that you two are confident. I'm glad.
Yeah, you gotta have confidence, or else here's the thing. Here's the great thing. Here's the great thing about being married is you only have one person to prove yourself. to.
Yeah, and I don't have to prove myself hard anymore. I was like, I got her.
I got her. I've got this on lock. It's gonna be very difficult for her to leave at this
There's
point.
like a whole legal process.
Right.
She's not doing that paperwork.
So if I'm wearing joggers for most every day of the pandemic, you know, then I'm just sporty. But then it becomes my... Anyways.
Austin, you should get married. Again, if you're over 6'5", reach out.
Yes, if you're over 6 foot
And
5,
are a woman.
hit me up.
6'5", hit him up. He's a woman. Nope.
He's a woman.
Nope, that's not what I meant to say.
There's a lot going on right now.
Check out his photography. That's in the link for the show. So if you click on the link in the description, you can go to and get some of his prints, and they're really cool. I've added that now as a permanent fixture of our site.
Thank you. I'm honored.
Yeah, it's the first thing on there. Like, you should go get a print. His stuff is really nice. It's really cool.
Wow.
It's beautiful shots from not just West Virginia, but from all over the continental U.S. He's been a lot of places, Mr.
I'm trying to add more to it. I've been so busy. I haven't really been able to add prints because there's a lot, and you got to get the right.
Have you considered
the right colors, the right brightness for prints? Because it doesn't always screen to print doesn't always translate the way you want it to. So you got to get it just right.
Right.
I love listening to him talk about his art.
It's a you gotta make a custom process for that. Now you, whoever you are, Alex Burdett. Why don't you share some of this? Is the time where you talk about some of the cool stuff you're doing and where people can check that out.
Well, I only post to my Instagram. It's my personal one, but I put the things I do on it. It is beautiful bird with a U, B-U-R-D. Beautiful, spelled the way you would think. Beautiful bird on Instagram.
And you make earrings?
That's a thing I do sometimes. I make things. I have ideas and I make them.
And right now,
in a very slow process.
If you go,
just the name of your the title of your autobiography.
I make things in a slow process. They're almost always way more complicated than I would ever need them to be, but they look exactly how I want. It's a range of things. Once I built a giant castle once. I built a hovercraft once. I'm now learning how to manipulate glass, which is pretty cool. I do make jewelry occasionally. I like to do things.
But the best way to see that is through your Instagram.
Yeah, it's Beautiful Bird.
Okay.
There's an @ so it's @ Beautiful Bird. Beautiful is spelled as beautiful is.
And there's a bird. U in bird.
Bird.
It's on the screen right now, yeah.
Yeah, I had to correct it.
So I think that you should try out for the next, the Dos Equis Most Interesting Man in the World.
Also, there's an underscore at the end.
Yeah.
There you go. I would do that, but am I truly the most interesting man in the world? I don't think so.
You're at least the most interesting man in
the room.
County.
I think you're the most interesting man in Kanawha County for sure. Now,
that's so limited.
We're done talking about you now.
Yeah, Dave, what do you have going on?
What do you have going on, Dave?
So I do two other podcasts, one being the Fallout Hub, and next week we've got a big fundraising event for Fallout for Hope. We are going to have a special guest, Danny Shagora, and you may be like, who's that? Well, if you ever played Fallout 4, he is the voice of Hancock from Fallout 4, the ghoul from Good Neighbor. And we're going to be doing a interview with him, and then we're doing a ghoul voice competition afterwards that we've gotten some submissions for. That's all Tuesday at 8 p.m. next week. It's going to be a great and wonderful time. You guys should come hang out. I've also been doing more of my sometimes show, which is the Starfield Lorecast with one of my hosts, one of my friends and a host, Tom. Where we talk about the upcoming game Starfield, and there's not a lot of information, but there's a lot of leaks and speculation, and I like talking nonsense all the time, and that's a great place to get more nonsense in your life. Yeah.
I like talking nonsense.
All the time.
The Dave Chafin story.
Yep. So, Austin, why don't you lead us out today?
I will. From Hollow to Highway, we've got you covered 6 ways to Sunday.